Hey guys, how's it going? This is GundamLegacyExtreme here to do a review on the Chogokin Fate Stay Night, or in this case, Fate Zero Saber figure from, well, the anime series Fate Zero, specifically. This is known because, well, A, it says Fate Zero on the top corner right there, and B, it says her master is Emiya Kiritsugu. And Kiritsugu was only her master during that time. And if you look all over the box, it is adorned with Kiritsugu's command seals. On this side of the box, you have a nice picture of Saber. As you know, I normally don't do box tours, but I'm doing it this time because, well, this box is really, really nice. Got a picture of all the stuff you get here, and my camera is weirdly angled wrong. Oh well, hopefully that fixed it enough. Anyway, you got a picture of all the stuff you get in the box, right back here. Trying to get that in shot. And yeah, moving on to Saber herself. This is a very, very beautiful figure. I've only ever gotten one actual posable Saber figure. I do have a Nendoroid Saber, well, a Nendoroid Petite Saber. I wish I had thought about grabbing her. Unfortunately, I didn't. You will see why in later videos. But yeah, this is the only posable Saber figure I have. The other one is a bootleg Figma of Saber Lily. I would have gotten the Saber in her suit from Fate Zero, the Figma, but unfortunately back in October. But unfortunately, due to lack of funds, my October order had gotten canceled, so I also didn't get her motorcycle. Anyway, I am dwelling on something I really shouldn't. But this figure is very, very beautiful and very hefty to boot. Let me bring her in closer for some details, and I will explain why I say hefty once I'm done with the detail shots. I'll bring her in much closer, and if you see some like lines, that's just how it is. That's just from my lighting setup. It's not my camera, but just all the details on this are phenomenal. Everything is painted very nicely. Nothing is messed up at all. Anyway, now, as for the reason why I say she is hefty, let me get my focus correct. There we go. That's because she has some metal in her. Her legs from here, her entire leg armor pretty much, and these skirt panels, and I think the breastplate, but I'm probably wrong. I don't actually... No, I think the breastplate also. I believe all of that. I know specifically these side panels and her legs, all the way up to the knee guard right there, are made of die-cast metal. I think the breastplate is too, but I could be wrong. But that adds for a lot of weight. She is very hefty and worth her price tag of like $50. But anyway, moving on to her articulation. She's got a lot of really good articulation, and for a first line figure in her new wave, and I think this is a new Chogokin series, I could be wrong, she has no problems with articulation. They took a lot from what they've learned with their anime figure arts and brought it over to her. Her neck is on 2 joints and fully emotive. Tilts side to side and full rotation. Her her torso is 2 jointed. You got right here with the girdle, and then up above. So you get a lot of range of movements. Though the girdle is a separate piece and tends to get kind of wonky if you mess with it too much. Her arms can go out about that far. Bend at her elbow joint only about, oh no, actually full rotation. You just gotta get this little arm, little forearm guard out of the way. Full rotation, and she's got that little socket thing right in there, if I can focus. Just like a normal figure art, so everything works out perfectly. Come on. There we go. Same over here, full elbow bend. Her hands are on the usual kind of figure arts wrist joints. Full rotation, though I will get to those in a little while. And even these parts on her forearm guards can move. These become very helpful later. Her armor panels can move. All these can move, though, yeah, they are weighted down quite a bit. And her skirt can fully move out of the way. Her legs, once I move this out, can go out about that far. They don't have the figure art stem. They are a type 1 hip, if I'm correct. Yes, they are a type 1 hip. Her legs go out about that far, forwards and back, full bend in knee, rotation, and her ankles, side, forward and back, rotate a little bit, toe can bend, and the forearm right here can move. So, oh, sorry about that. No. There you go. So she gets a lot of posability, which someone like Saber really does need, and it's good that she has it. So yeah, moving on to her accessories, and they kind of got messed up now. To get things out of the way and prevent her from falling over anymore, you get this really nice stand right here. Has her name right there, Saber. Well, not her name, but her class. I would say her real name, but that's... In Fate Zero, it's not as much of a spoiler as it is in Fate Stay Night. And I don't want to spoil it for anyone who is watching this who has not seen the series just yet. So, yeah. The stand is really nice. You get her summoning magic contract seal thing right here. I could have sworn when the figure was first debuted and also at the New York Toy Festival that this was made out of like ceramic or some sort of stone. I know we weren't going to get that because that would have shot her price up a lot more, but I could have swore that at all the conventions that this figure was shown at before its release that was stone. Now, it's a 3-piece. You get this base right here, which you can take the post and put it into, and then you get this extender right up here, which just plugs in like that, and then for this, you just plug that right there, and you're done. Now, let's put the Saber top. And, well, actually, I just realized, to explain her weapons, I'm going to be spoiling her real name anyway. So I'll just get it out of the way now. Her real name is Arturia Pendragon, otherwise known as King Arthur. So to anyone who did not know this, whoopee-doo, get the fuck over it. Excuse me for 1 second while I raise the height on this, because I forgot how big this stand makes her. Okay, just redoing the focus. Now, moving on to her hands real quick. Along with the 2 closed fists you have on there, you get 1 pair of holding things hands, another pair of holding things hands, a pointing finger hand so that she can yell at people and all that good stuff, a splayed open hand with a peg on it, and I will explain what that's for in a minute, a pair of calmly splayed open hands, and a pair of actiony splayed open hands. Now, I bumped my mic, I am sorry. And now things are caught. Hang on one second. What the fuck was that all about? Ah, you bitch. I turned off my external light, whatever. I don't care anymore. Next up, you also get some replacement hair pieces. You get one blowing to the left and one blowing to the right. This goes with her ribbons, which blow in the same direction. One blowing to the left, one blowing to the right. And now I have to get these lined back up with the proper hair pieces. You get 3 replacement faces. A angry clenched teeth looking to the left face. A angry open mouth looking to the right face. And a smiling looking forward face. Oh. Oh my god. I am bumping my camera all around and messing up everything. Oh, I hate when I do this. And of course, to continue on with her accessories, you get an invisible version of her sword, the Holy Sword of Promised Victory Excalibur. A visible version of it with a nice metallic blade, a chrome metallic if I may add. Though it looks like mine got scuffed. I'll get to that in a moment. And a semi-translucent one with a clear gold blade for her charged up attack. And you get 2 versions of her shield Avalon, one with a hole in it and one without a hole in it. And yes, you can sheath Excalibur in Avalon. Now, that hand that I talked about with the peg on it, it is for holding Avalon. You just peg it in right there. It doesn't want to go in all the way, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Once you have it like that, it doesn't matter. And, yeah. Now, I'm not going to go about changing up accessories, but I will say, changing the hands, they're very scary. They're really tiny ball joints, and I fear breaking them. Bandai, please, for the love of God, when it comes to anime figures, take a lesson from Max Factory and go with the pegs. Sure, you're not going to get as much range of articulation in the wrist, but you don't need it. Just go with the peg and hole system, for crying out loud. Anyway, my final verdict on this, well, actually, before I get to the final verdict, a couple little manufacturing flubs with the version of Avalon that's to go in the hand. Mine was kind of yeah, that was in package. And as you saw, as I said with this version of Excalibur, it looks like it was a little scuffed up. That could have been from storage, but I'm going to say that it was probably like that in package and I just didn't see it. But overall, oh right, I almost forgot. You do get one other accessory. And that's this. This is basically a crackly energy effect. Specifically, I'm guessing it's supposed to represent flowing wind. Flowing wind energy. Because Saber's attacks are all wind-based. You basically just are supposed to put it in front of her or behind her. And that's pretty much it. Now, my final thoughts. Oh God, I keep forgetting about other things to mention. Don't worry about breaking Excalibur when you're trying to get into her hand on roughhousing. When you're manhandling it, pretty much trying to get into her hand. It's not fully malleable plastic, but it is bendy enough that you can not worry. Especially this and this version. These are the most bendy. Now, after 3 attempts, I can finally get to my final thoughts. This figure is amazing. They have fixed. They have gone far and beyond what they need to for this. From going with the new figure art styling of head attachments, thank you, Bandai, for learning from your mistakes, to the plethora of accessories, which in the case of Figma, you needed to get like 3 different versions of Saber to get all these. This is amazing. Now, some people are going to cry that, oh, she doesn't come with a Caliburn. Doesn't matter. Arturi, this version of Saber never used Caliburn. So, it doesn't matter. More than likely, when Chogokin, if and when they ever make a Saber Lily Chogokin, she'll have Caliburn then. So don't worry. And again, it's not really an if, it's more of when. Because Fate Stay Night is a popular enough series that Chogokin will be making more. Now, we know that a Chogokin of Gilgamesh or Archer from Fate Zero is on its way. When? Who knows? We saw it announced alongside this Saber, so it's only a matter of time that we get Archer, or Gilgamesh as I call him, since I refer to a certain other Archer as Archer. So, just sit tight. There will be more from this Chogokin series, and I hope it continues. Oh, right, one other thing. If you're wondering about scaling, she's in scale with Figma. So, if you have been trying to get a Figma Saber to complete your Figma collection, this is a good alternative. Unlike, say, another Bandai SH Figure Arts, which some people were buying for a Figma replacement, and a Figma that some people were buying for a SH Figure Arts replacement. Anyway, that's about it, and I will see you all next time. Peace.